Meanwhile, Hurricane Ian is about 240 miles south of Cuba right now, and that storm is on track to hit the western tip of the island as early as tomorrow. NBC News correspondent Guad Venegas joins us now from Havana, Cuba. Guad, Hurricane Ian is really not far from where you are. It's coming up from the south, expected to hit the western part of the country. But what are the conditions like on the ground? I mean, when do you expect that Cuba is actually going to feel the brunt of this storm?
Morgan, we expect the rain to begin this evening. An alert has been issued for the western part of Cuba. So Havana is actually going to get tropical storm conditions. Just minutes ago, I spoke with a meteorologist at the Institute of Meteorology. That's the official source of information in Cuba. And they tell me that the conditions in the capital, in Havana, are expected to be that of a tropical storm. The U.S. Embassy has closed. They've issued an alert to U.S. citizens to shelter in place today and tomorrow. And as we move further west into the island, or to the west coast of the island, that's where the hurricane is expected to touch at a Category 3. The largest city in the west, Pinar del Rio, is obviously where they'll be feeling most of the effects. Now, the civil defense, part of the Cuban military, they are in charge of the evacuations. They're in charge of the preparations. They've shared a report saying that about 50,000 people are being evacuated from the areas in the coast, and they're also preparing to shut down energy. And one more thing, very important in Cuba, they are giving more food than usual. The food here is rationed, so they're allowing people to buy a little extra food in advance for the shutdown, not only of the power grid, but also of the stores that give the little food that there is to the people in this island. So limited resources, and the government and the people doing what they can to prepare for the storm. Speaking
of that, Guad, we only have limited time here, but I do want to provide context here. We're talking about the rations that Cubans experience regularly, but also since the pandemic, there's been even shorter supply. I think from where you are, you're probably in Vedado, which is a very residential area there in La Habana. So how are people preparing based on the rations, based on the limited availability of food that's coming in? What are they doing on the ground to get ready for this? Because they've seen storm after storm, and they want to be prepared this time around.
So when it comes to preparing structures and all the big changes, the government is in charge of that. What people can do is try to get a little extra water, try to get a little extra food. And it's a very complex system because of the ration. Some people have markets where they sell some extra fruit. Others go down the street where somebody's selling extra bread. So it's limited. You can't go get in line like you do in the U.S. People are doing as much as they can to get as many resources as possible, understanding that things will shut down for a day or two, depending on how this storm will be, Morgan.
Definitely. And our thoughts to people on the west, in Pinar del Rio, in Viñales, in Camagüey. NBC News correspondent Guad Venegas for us there. Guad, thank you. And NBC News meteorologist Bill Cairns joins us now in the studio. He's been tracking this storm. Bill, what can we expect? I mean, I know that the National Hurricane Center is going to release the 2 p.m. update. What do you expect to see?
Yeah, that's an intermediate. So they'll give us a new update on the intensity. Maybe they'll update some watches or warnings. But the big ones where they give us the new track and intensity forecast updates, those are every 6 hours. At East Coast time, that's going to be 5 and 11 across the clock. So 5 p.m. will be the next big update. So the storm is looking very impressive right now. It's going through that rapid intensification phase that we said, and it will likely make it towards western Cuba as a Category 2 or 3 later on tonight, and then it will head into the southern Gulf. So this was the forecast as the 11 o'clock advisory, and then it took it right along the west coast of Florida, eventually a landfall up around Cedar Key. I'll tell you what, though, some of our new computers, we're starting to get more and more heading towards Tampa and Sarasota, including our American GFS model just shifted over the top of Tampa, too. So all our friends down there in the Tampa, Sarasota area, you have to watch this closely.
All right, NBC News meteorologist Bill Cairns. Bill, thank you.
Thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Follow today's top stories and breaking news by downloading the NBC News app.